Eventually, the much talked about IPADA Initiative Celebration 2024 took off with the arrival day, November 29, 2024, witnessing multiple arrival of groups, individuals, and countries. Guests were welcomed with finger foods, African fried foods like dundu, that is, fried yam, potatoes, akara, pieces of chicken, which went with fresh palm wine as they danced and sang to Atunda entertainment cultural and traditional performance. After locating their different accommodations and freshening up, they were back to the world's longest swimming pool with an African palm wine bar for an all-night pool party with featured African cultural dances and a DJ that blasted music to the delight of guests till the wee hours of the next day. However, that evening had multiple alternatives to fun. While some people chose to enjoy the lavish exotic fun inside the swimming pool, others chose to have their dinner by the beachfront overlooking the Atlantic Ocean before going to experience bonfire night fun. Though towards the wee hours of the morning, all eventually retired to good music and dance from the DJ's music spinning engines for the longest swimming pool party. Next day, 30th November, was the D-Day, the opening ceremony. After a sumptuous buffet breakfast by the edge of the lagoon, it was soon time for business unusual picnic at the forest part of the resort, popularly known as the Founders Camp. Here, top businessmen and women, queens and royals from different countries, African returnees from different continents of the world, and friends of Africa and the other guests sat down to listen to different business pitches, new business ideas and propositions, which later directly and indirectly birthed series of Memorandum of Understandings MOUs, which were later signed in the subsequent days of the IPADA celebration. It was a successful networking event, blending leisure and business in a relaxed outdoor setting. By noon, the carnival itself commenced with the arrival of the Brazilian Descendants Carnival train along with other carnival trains, which kick-started another round of mass celebrations round the resort. A vibrant celebration of African and Caribbean culture with participants from different African countries showcasing traditional costumes, dances and music, emphasizing unity and diversity. The grand opening itself featured speeches from notable figures, cultural displays and engaging performances as watched by 50 invited African kings and a regal queen along with visitors, tourists, newsmen, local and foreign. The day ended with a DJ evening pool party crowning the day's fun activities with an entertaining night filled with water fun and excitement by the pool. The daily activities continued in the following days, starting with the morning breakfast show by the lagoon and the Atlantic Ocean, which featured water sports like boat cruises, simi-rimi breakfast on water, water sports, kayaking, and so much more. While many hugged the AI technology training which took place for the next 3 days at the conference center known as Babiri Koto, others who had come in just for IPADA holiday continued their relaxation by taking to other activities such as catapulting, power biking, horse racing, horse riding, footballing, nature watch, table tennis, badminton, volleyball, tug of war, sack racing, musical chair dance, swimming, sip and paint, dance lessons, African food cooking lessons, lawn tennis, bonding games, table games, Scrabble, Monopoly, Snake and Ladders, Ayo, Ludo, Draft, Snooker, Sip and Paint and many others. And on the 1st December, after the IPADA initiative breakfast. A historic moment awaited all the good people of Africa at the resort as the Republic of Vanuatu signed a memorandum of understanding with Rwanda and the African Diaspora Central Bank at the ceremony, which took place in one of the luxury homes at the resort. His Majesty Rex Semako I and VI, Timothy McPherson, signed as the President of the African Diaspora Central Bank, while the Vanuatu Trade Commissioner to Ghana, His Excellency Ambassador Professor Hugh Ari, signed for his country, and the Rwanda Ambassador to Nigeria, Ambassador Christophe Bazivamo, signed for his country, Rwanda. The three parties planned to explore good relationship with one another in areas of volcanic energy development, tourism, AI technology training, and other additional areas as stated in the Memorandum of Understanding. While other beach activities and sporting recreation continued, an empowerment program for women took place by the ocean front later in the morning. The program tagged Blossom Retreat, coordinated by Professor Remy Duile, an African-American returnee and the former Vice President of the Bank of America, featured storytelling and inspirational discussions, fostering connection and creativity. Blossom Retreat offered a relaxing session for self-reflection and inner peace. Rehearsals for Festival of Creatives also commenced, with hundreds of talented youths waiting to explode with their various skills. Coordinating this rich event was Dr. Kafi, the celebrity dancer who took the talents through the preliminaries of the creative competition. Dinner was a Yoruba experience, a celebration of a deep African culture of live cooking demonstrations, storytelling, and music. The good spirit of the Memorandum of Understanding signing continued with another historic tourism accomplishment. Between the Republic of Vanuatu and La Campagne Tropicana Beach Resort, the two had agreed to build and replicate the resort in Vanuatu Island. It was a good one, an MOU signing ceremony which brought joy to many faces as the dots to the agreement was signed by the Vanuatu Trade Commissioner to Ghana, His Excellency Ambassador Professor Hugh Ari, and Otumba Olawanle Akimboboye for the Campagne Tropicana Beach Resort. The said project, as declared, will commence in the early months of the year 2025. The free artificial intelligence training, which took place over the next 3 days, was interesting and fulfilling for the international trainers and the participants. AI technology and its applications was explored for the benefit of participants who gained free knowledge, practical skills for innovation and growth, while the daily activities around the resort continued. And it was also fun to visit the various exhibition stands like Airtel to make inquiries for the purchase of a phone. Rwandan exhibition stand also stood out for their various tea and food offers. So also, other corporate vendors like McVitie's, Just Coconut, crafts and artifact sellers, traditional cloth sellers, were also on hand to display their goods. On the 6th of December, the morning breakfast show took place at Etiosho. The unique view was breathtaking as the eyes took in some of the offshore luxury homes, as well as good view of the Atlantic Ocean and its dreamy sky. Here, the American-based DNA Solutions Company, Tribal Tapestry, now with a Lagos office led by the CEO, Prince John James Olomo Omowale, signed an MOU with IPADA initiative funded by Otumba Olawanle Akimboboye at IPADA Carnival 2024. Odigboshe, an epic stage play written by Otumba Olawale Akinboboye, came to life in the early evening of the day at the colorful international stage at the Campaign Tropical Beach Resort, with colorful costumes and a cast that spoke well for professionalism. This moving play recounted the transatlantic trade from an African perspective. But the night was not over yet. Excitement was still in the air, even as the huge crowd refused to leave until they had witnessed the glaze and glamour of the Nefertiti Queen of Africa beauty pageant, a prestigious event celebrating the beauty, intelligence, and cultural pride of African women. The event successfully produced 2 African ambassadors for IPADA initiative. The 7th day of December witnessed the grand hosting of the African International Music Festival, which attracted performances from Nigeria, Cameroon, Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, Ethiopia, and other African countries. In attendance were a massive crowd of students from various Nigerian higher institutions, and the night ended with a DJ pool party at the world's longest swimming pool with the Palm Wine Bar. The departure breakfast took place on the 8th of December 2024, with people hurrying out to pick their flights back home after 10 days of blissful fun and business unusual.